Good evening from Europe. Good afternoon, America. I'm Ciprian Moga, Business Transformation Advisor, and I am a volunteer member of organization team of the wonderful conference happening tomorrow. It is called Catalyzing the Crisis and gathers thinkers, consultants, coaches, practitioners in the field of organization, and not only that will talk about very important topics today like agility, anti-fragility, resilience, and so on. We have tonight with us Ellen Grace Henson, and it will be just a short introduction of her and her ideas. Preparing the panel, she will depart tomorrow. Welcome, Ellen. How are you?
Hello, Ciprian. First, I'm so excited to be here, and thank you and the rest of the team for all the work you're putting into what promises to be an awesome event tomorrow around catalyzing the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ellen, your company has a very, very interesting name, Marketing Mechanics. Can you tell me more what it's all about?
Sure, that's a great question. When I first started the company in 2005, there is a perception in the world about consultants, and that consultants are concerned more about like the thump factor of their report than about the applicability or the actionability of their recommendations. That's a stereotype I don't want to promote. My background is in, I studied architecture and urban planning as an undergraduate, so I was doing a lot of user-centered design in school. And I started my career as an engineer and a technical manager. And I wanted to bring that engineering sensibility and the practical aspects to my clients to make sure that the work I do for them results in high value, immediately actionable things that can really make a difference for their company. So mechanics, they fix things that are broken. They sometimes design and create things that have a very practical application. And marketing is a very, very big tent, if you would. And I wanted to make sure that people understood that I can help them address large-scale challenges in a very pragmatic, action-oriented way.
So engineering sensibility. I'm an engineer, so I love that. I will take this for it's very rare, but why not? Yes.
Yes.
Many people talk about issues and today's crazy world. In your perspective, what are the top business issue companies face today?
Well, Ciprian, as we all know, these are some unique times, but some of the fundamental challenges of being in business stay the same. The world economy in 2019, the GDP for the world economy was roughly 88 trillion. About $17 trillion is lost in productivity because teams are not engaged, employees are not engaged in the work they do, and that can have a huge impact on the bottom line, the top line, business results. The other thing I'd like to mention is that one of the top 3 reasons for failures of companies, teams, projects, products, is a lack of alignment around shared goals. Those are problems that persist in our current conditions, that existed before our current conditions, and will certainly exist beyond in the new normal. Whether it's the need to engage your employees, to deliver a higher degree of value for your customer, to deliver better business results, and to make ensure that teams have understandable shared goals so they can be most effective in collaborating around delivering the value your customers need, want, and are willing to pay for.
I remember when we met actually first time online, you talked to me in extent about one for your plat resistance, if I'm allowed to say that, about customer understanding. Do you remember our discussion?
Oh, yes. That's one of my favorite topics. Absolutely.
Yes.
So one of the things, as I mentioned earlier, when I was studying architecture at MIT, it was all about the user. It was all about how people experience the building and whether or not they can achieve their goals. In my career in tech, it's the same set of challenges. Can your customer achieve what they need to achieve? Can they be successful by leveraging your products and services? In order to help ensure that they can be successful, you need to really understand who they are. And not only does the product team need to understand who the customer is and what the customer values, the whole company needs to have a shared understanding of the customer. You might be familiar, Ciprian, with the legend of the blind men and the elephant. I think that's a common picture, right? Where you have different people touching different parts of the elephant, touching the tail, oh, it's a rope, touching the ear, oh, it's a fan, touching the leg, oh, this must be a tree. That's how a lot of companies see their customer. Everybody's working with a different aspect of the customer, maybe a different aspect of the customer's business. And companies don't always step back to ensure that there's this comprehensive, shared view, high value view of the customer. That's one of the areas that I can help. I help, as I like to say, move my clients from the elephant to the jewel, where they can see the jewel that's at the center of their company. Jewel's a great metaphor because it is multifaceted. It acknowledges that multiple disciplines have different views of the customer, but it also helps companies realize that there is that coherent entity that they can refer to as their customer. Coherent may be complex, but still coherent entity that everybody would benefit by having a deeper understanding of.
So this gem or jewel, yeah. It's somehow connected to, you told me about one of your trademarks, which is called Wheel of Value. Is that in connection with that?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm a model builder. I like, one of the things I love about consulting is the opportunity to work with a range of companies, different sizes, different focuses, different technologies, different markets. And the models I build tend to be consolidations or abstractions from what I've learned across all these different customers. The Wheel of Value is a model of the company that puts the jewel, the customer, at the center, and then surrounding the center, all the different wedges or segments of the wheel, which represent different disciplines that need to collaborate to deliver the value throughout the full customer lifecycle, throughout the full customer experience. And I include partners in my wheel because partners are a critical part of helping to deliver value. I include all the disciplines, and the wheel's highly customizable so that depending on how your company is structured, you can create a wheel and use that to help communicate to people the value and importance of collaborating on delivering value to the customer.
Will you talk about this? You told me that you will prepare, not only we will be part of the panel tomorrow, but afterward you will have also what is called a micro workshop, a short 1.5 workshop online. It will be connected to this Wheel of Value?
Of course, yes. So I'm actually working on 3 workshops. I don't have them all
3
completely finished. But the important thing, again, about understanding your customer is understanding what they value, not what we think is valuable, but what the customer thinks is valuable. So one of my workshops is going to be focused on understanding what it is that your customer values. In tech, the tendency is to think that all our value is in the technology that we're developing. Customers need to receive value throughout their full life cycle, throughout every connection with the company. And so I help in this workshop. We'll broaden your definition, we'll broaden your understanding of what it is that your customer values so you can do a more effective job of delivering that value. Another workshop is about scenario planning and putting your customer at the center.
Very actual. Very actual.
Sorry?
It is something very actual. Many companies discovered just today the need of scenario planning. Yes, thank you. Sorry for interrupting. Yes.
It's so important, right, Ciprian? Because we want to have a view of the future, just like we want to have the view of what we want to catalyze for our future, the point of this event that we're putting on tomorrow. if you don't have that view of the future, it's difficult to be on a path that's coherent and will take you to your goals. The other thing that's important about scenario planning, we can't predict the future, but we can anticipate different circumstances. And if you've done a good job of scenario planning, you can anticipate some of the things that might happen and be ready to pivot as different market conditions evolve.
Great. So we look forward to having you tomorrow on a panel, and also let's join to see you in your workshops, micro workshops. To all who are watching us, you can still enroll to the conference. Just go to www.catalyzingthefuture.com. You will see the big button on the front page, enroll, and you will get the links to every panel in your inbox. Thank you for watching us, Alan. It was a pleasure having you, and looking
Thank you
forward
so
to
much.
tomorrow. All the best.
Take care.